Welcome back to our program. We're talking now with Mayor Keith Summey, as promised, and he's going to talk with us about Future Drive and the fact that it was a part of the RoadWise program, and still is, but this mayor has taken over that project for his own reasons, and we're going to find out what some of those reasons are. Welcome to our programs.
Thank you
Again,
for
it's so
having me.
nice having you here.
Glad to be here.
Always enjoy talking with you. Future Drive, for those who don't know where it is exactly, tell us sort of how we would get to Future Drive from the interstate.
Future Drive will now connect Northside Drive, which turns off the interstate right off of Ashley Phosphate Road. It will then connect to Future Drive, which will go through the Weber track, which is the old Ingleside Plantation track, and then connect to a road coming off of Highway 78. It's 1,500 acres of undeveloped property that we see as a new center point type concept with both industry, retail, and residential. Our ultimate goal is to connect it to Interstate 26 in between 78 and Ashley Phosphate Road. That's something that's actually been in a plan for 25 years to create that new interchange. This 1,500 acres, we've had acreage donated to the school district for a new school to go into the area. It's a lot of wetlands in there, so we're going to develop a lot of park property along there. But it's an opportunity to create the type of shopping, one thing people can use without having to come all the way into North Charleston, in the upper end of North Charleston.
Yeah, that's kind of something I wanted to get into, and that has to do with economic development. And it sounds like this project is really going to contribute to economic development in the North Charleston area, and not just here, but throughout the region.
Oh, absolutely, it is, because, you know, if you've been on Palmetto Parkway lately, it's getting full in the original section, and it started doing some economic development with new industry and call facilities and what have you in between Dalmar Chrysler and Ashley Phosphate Road. And so when that develops out, we were going to be in a position, we had limited properties for that type of development to occur. We see part of this as giving us years of expansion of that light industrial growth that we so drastically need that creates the good high-paying jobs in the area.
When did you decide, or when did you and your council decide, we need to take this project over? Because it was listed among all the others. I don't know how far it got into the design phase, and you can tell us that if you'd like to. But when did you say, and the council say to itself, it's so important, we better take this thing over? And well, it's important to North Charleston's growth, so let's do something.
First of all, let me say that we were not displeased with the way the county was handling the project. People need to understand that. But the county has so many things on their plate right now with road construction. We thought that it would give us an opportunity to move the project forward a little faster. Plus, the city has interest that the county would normally have, maybe some additional things that need to be done, but not on the county's dime. And that's connect the road, street lights, how do we connect it to Interstate 26. It's actually going to be the fate of North Charleston for the future, how it's done, so we should take the responsibility for that. And the county was accommodating and working with us on it. And we think that we'll have a great opportunity to open up that area. It's an historical site. You have a signer of the Declaration of Independence buried on that property. But it's a great opportunity to build and intertwine both retail, light industrial, and residential, giving an opportunity to create a whole new consensus of the neighborhood. 1,500 acres is larger than a lot of small towns.
Is the sales tax still involved?
Absolutely. You know,
and how much?
Well, it is providing the overwhelming majority, the half-cent sales tax is providing the overwhelming majority of the construction process of the roadway. There are a few things that we're altering the original design. It has more to do with wetlands than anything else. There are a lot of wetlands back in that area, which gives us a wonderful opportunity to create some park scenarios. Our ultimate goal is to actually create a hiker-biker trail that will connect all the way over to the county park on 78, Wanamaker Park. It's a beautiful area back there. It's an old historic area all along the way, back behind Charleston Southern University, going back through the Elms, the old plantation site there. And if we can connect that, our ultimate goal is try to connect it for actually small boats be able to connect as well.
That sounds really good. Let me go back to the sales tax for just a moment. It's not that we want, certainly, to give the impression that these are only sales tax dollars, because the city of North Charleston has already put money into this through personnel, et cetera. Is that correct?
Yeah, absolutely. That's that match that we throw in. But it's a wonderful project, and I think that this was what the intent of the half-cent sales tax was, to create future goals. I mean, this will create property tax for the future. It will create industrial and business license fees, monies that offset the cost of the people who live in the community, their taxes on their homes. And it's important that we create these jobs. We've got one of the lowest unemployment rates in the state of South Carolina, and it's because Charleston County, working with the individual communities, the cities, and then working with the state, we've had more industrial growth than anywhere in the state of South Carolina.
And that would be just North Charleston or Charleston County?
The entire Charleston County. The bulk of the industrial side ends up in North Charleston, because that's where we have the industrial sites and the access to the interstates.
How was it received, this idea of North Charleston taking over Future Drive by your council? Is that something that
they were very much supportive. They want to see it move forward as quickly as possible. And at the end of the day, since it's going only in North Charleston, to have some ultimate approval of how it looks and what it is.
When we come back, we're going to be talking with Mayor Summey about not only Future Drive, but some of the other areas that he's working on in this area of our community, I should say, Charleston County, and this whole idea of connectivity. That sounds like a good subject for him. We'll be right back.